Da 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 da. Hey, Max Domi. Oh, I had so many people saying there's no chance you can get him under 4.5. Boom! Now it's time for Bert. You bring him back to Domes, 3.75 per year, 4-year extension. That's a true Leaf. He's got the passion. Not freaking holding out for more money. Mitch Marner. Anyways, I know Domi didn't have the most productive year on paper, but guy showed the value. He showed he can be a playoff guy. Showed he can win faceoffs in the playoffs. Showed the value. And he's a Toronto boy. Max Domi stays. And look at this, bro. This guy posts this.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving! The show goes on! This is my home! They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here!
Oh, it's my first time watching this. This is sick.
The National Guard of fucking SWAT team! They ain't going nowhere!
Woohoo!
You know what?
Oh, that's awesome. He has the passion. He has the passion. And of course now this. So James Merrill talking about after signing Domi and Tanev expectedly, you should have about $11 million to spend. If you trade Liljegren, you split that 11 in half, bringing back Bertuzzi or another like Bertuzzi, whether it's like DeBrusque or one of those, and then you use the other half of the $11 million to get another top 4 defenseman. Trade one of Yarncrow or Kampf or both. Let's see what that looks like, folks. Let's see what it looks like. So I could see the Leafs doing something like this. You trade Kyle Yarncrow or David Kampf. Yarncrow to New Jersey to reunite with Keefe makes a lot of sense. Then the Max Domi contract is signed. Then you try to get Bertuzzi or like a DeBrusque or one of those at like around 5 or under 5 for on a multi-year deal. Chris Tanev is apparently going to get in around 4 to 4.5 at a 6-year term. And then Zadorov between 5 to a 5.5 per year, which it's not necessarily to Toronto. It could be another team, but there's a lot of evidence to point towards that Trey Living's going heavy after those guys. His guys that he had in Calgary. Then Anthony Stollert's multi-year deal. I think you can have him around $2 to $3 million, depending on the years. So more years, maybe 4 years, gets it down closer to 2. We'll see. But this was what the Leafs lineup could look like. I think it might be time to get Tavares on the wing. And next to Matthews and Domi could really help his production. So Tavares with Matthews and Domi in the top line. A second line of Easton Cowan with Nyes and Nylander. That could be freaking explosive. And then a third line. You know what, Marner? If you don't want to move, then you're on the third line. You can be Toronto's version of Pittsburgh's Phil Kessel. Be on the third line with Fraser Minten and Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi started being productive at some points. Marner setting him up. Minten, I think Fraser Minten will have a fair shot to make this team. Marner can help Fraser Minten's offense blossom. Fraser Minten already has his defensive game locked in. Minten and Marner could be a duo on the penalty kill. And then Marner 5-on-5 playing with Minten and Bertuzzi as the net front guy, causing the chaos for Minten and Marner to exchange. So I think that top 6 is unreal. Then you have a good third line. Minten and Marner make up for Bertuzzi's defensive issues at times, but Minten and Marner can make up for that. And then Holberg, Kampf, McMahon. I love that fourth line. And then Reeves is the extra guy that comes in whenever, right? And then the defense group looking a lot better. Riley, Tanev, McCabe, Zadorov, Benoit, Timmins, and then Wool, Stollerts. And then you have to figure out what you do with Liljegren. I could see something like this happening for Liljegren. So in terms of trade away the rights. I could see Liljegren being combined with Robertson and just giving them a fresh opportunity. Like call up maybe a San Jose, maybe, or maybe an Anaheim, and maybe something like this. Just get some draft picks from Anaheim. I could see it being something like that. Hey, Liljegren, Robertson, you get your opportunities in Anaheim. Robertson closer to home. Leafs get some more draft capital back. And then look, after the Leafs trade with Florida, they get the second round pick. Yeah, they don't get a first round pick next year, but they get they get now seconds across the board. They get their third back there. They get some draft capital back with a 21-man roster with cap space. Just a scenario they could do. If they want to move on from Robertson and Liljegren, give those guys a change of scenery. That could be something that I could see happening. Or Fraser Minton gets an extra year for development. You send him here. You put Holmberg here, for example. Or you put Tavares at the center spot there, maybe. Then you give McMahon that spot. Or you don't do that trade. And when you send Minton down, you sign Robertson to a 1-year deal, $900K maybe. And then you just trade Liljegren. I could also see that happening. And then Robertson gets a top-line look with Matthews and Domi. Robertson had some good chemistry going with Domi. Nyes, Cowan, Nylander, Bertuzzi, Tavares, Marner. That's got to be the best third line in hockey. Tavares, Marner, Bertuzzi. And that's a really good top 9. I'd be down for that as well. Let me know, guys. Again, subscribe, like, comment, notification bell, all that good stuff. We'll talk soon on the next video or stream. I'll be live all day for Free Agent Frenzy. I hope to see you guys there. Peace.